slide.
Good? Georgette, can you lead us off in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Rabbi Seamers, would you like to sit or stand?
Be seated.
I will slide.
Avinu Shebashamayim, Father in heaven, you've seen our limitations. We are divided as a people. Show us the power for good we can have when we are united. Bless with discernment and strength those who stand for the public good tonight. Accept our gratitude and thanks for the blessings of democracy, for the ability to be heard, and for the wisdom to know when to speak. Fulfill for us the verse of Malachi, that the hearts of the fathers will be turned to the children, the hearts of the children will turn to the Father. Let us say, Amen.
Amen. Rabbi Seamers, thank you very much. October, this has actually been sort of a rough year for the town. We've lost several employees, and somebody that I knew pretty well, Loretta Trojanowski, passed away not too long ago. And October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we'd like to just formally dedicate that to Loretta Trojanowski on behalf of the town. Okay, can we get, John's on here to approve the minutes, so we can get a...
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes of the town board meeting for October 1st, 2013. So moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
The minutes are approved. Just go into agenda
Report.
items?
Yes.
Okay. Under applications pending town board approval, a special permit application for Peconic Propane, proposed addition to existing office warehouse building at 3947 Middle Country Road in Calverton, tax map number 600-98-1-17. Under reports, the police department submitted their monthly report for August 2013. Building department submitted their monthly report for September 2013, and that was $83,370.75. The sanitation department submitted their quarterly recycle fund for the third quarter, $1,864.96. Tax receiver monthly utility collection report for September 2013 was $454,742.37. Town clerk monthly report for September, $12,620.41. Under correspondence, the Conservation Advisory Committee, is that council or committee? Council. Excuse me, it's council. There were two recommendations for the town board. One from Joan Atwood, Suffolk County Tax Map number 600-113-4-22, and the other from Kent Animal Shelter, and that's Suffolk County Tax Map number 600-138-1-6.2 and 7.1.
You hold on for a second. This is good that they're finally doing this, but has anybody seen these?
Yes.
I guess they're probably in my inbox somewhere.
Okay.
Okay.
It was actually, the only comments that they had was that they had to put hay bales.
When did they, oh, they gotta be in my inbox someplace.
Okay.
Okay.
If not, I can get your copy.
Yeah, if you would.
Certainly. Okay. Also under correspondence, a letter from Lawrence Sims for Save Main Road. His letter, he sent a letter outlining areas of concern regarding the proposed parking schedule code revisions. That was a public hearing of October 1st. A letter from Brian Kaufman expressing comments on the proposed code amendment for rental dwelling units, and that was public hearing from 9/17. Charles Cuddy sent a letter expressing views on expansion of rear and side yards in commercial areas, and that was public hearing of October 1st. Walsh, Marcus, McDougal, and DeBellis, a petition requesting inclusion in the Riverhead Sewer District for property described as Suffolk County Tax Map number 600-118-3-2.2. And that is it. You didn't see that one either?
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
I didn't see that one.
Okay. Well,
I
I'll
still
get you-
have
I'll
a
get
file of
copies.
stuff to read. Is there any other comments? If not, we'll go to public.
I'd just like to make a comment, a quick comment. Out in Jamesport, at Community Center, I don't know if anybody noticed, we have a new red cedar roof put on a gazebo.
That's what I heard.
Once again, donated by Helen Duryea, who donated the painting. And we gotta be glad she's done a lot for this town. I want to thank Guy Cawley, because there's a little cupola on top that he custom made and put it on there. So
Nice.
it was a nice finishing touch to it, so.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yep. And I would like to thank Georgette Keller, who led the charge for the Witch's Hat, which is a landmark that people notice when they're headed out east. And she got a group of people together to clean out all the poison ivy and brush, even suffered some poison ivy herself. And they're working on fixing the Witch's Hat. When the town is limited on resources, getting the community involved to preserve our historical landmarks is very important. So thank you, Georgette.
Right, you're doing alone.
I know.
Richard Lyons of the Landmarks Commission.
Thank you.
It's a joint project.
Yep.
We want to see all
Thank
the poison
everybody
ivy.
that put it together.
See, all poison ivy eradicated.
No, I'm sure you all have poison ivy.
But thank everybody that was out there volunteering and helping, and everybody that put efforts towards this. It's a
Thank you.
wonderful project.
All right, great. We have one public hearing scheduled for 7:05. I'll open up the public hearing. It is 7:10. This is a consideration of a petition to construct a lateral water main extension to provide water service to the proposed subdivision known as Christie Rose Court, located off Doctor's Path in Riverhead. You want to state your name and affiliation for the record? That would be wonderful.
Sure. Good evening. My name is Dennis Kelleher. I'm from H2M. We are the consulting engineers for the Riverhead Water District. The developer of the proposed subdivision, known as Christie Rose Court, has petitioned the town board to provide public water to the subdivision. The property is located within the existing boundaries of the Riverhead Water District. The property is currently undeveloped and is being proposed to construct 9 new single-family homes. The property is located off the Doctor's Path between Ellen Street and Oak Drive. In order to provide water to the proposed subdivision, approximately 700 feet of 8-inch water main will need to be installed. On the map that has been put up front, highlighted in green is the proposed subdivision property. Highlighted in pink is the proposed 700 feet of 8-inch water main. The estimated water use for the proposed subdivision is 4,500 gallons per day on the average day. And on a max summer day, we expect a water use of approximately 13,500 gallons per day. With the recent completion of the wells at plants 15, 16, and 17, the Riverhead Water District does have sufficient capacity to meet the needs of this proposed subdivision. The total cost to provide water to this project is estimated at $96,000, which includes construction costs, engineering, inspection, town administration fees, contingencies, and the cost of installing water meters. This total cost will be paid by the developer at no cost to the water district. In addition, the developer will need to pay key money fees in the amount of $6,250 per single-family home for a total key money fee of $56,250. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Dennis. Mr. Kelleher. Does anybody else wish to be heard on
Just
this
one
matter?
question, fire hydrants?
There's, I think, one fire hydrant being proposed on the property.
One.
I'll have to double check that. It should be located on the map.
Maybe that black.
Actually, I have that answer right in front of me if you give me 10 seconds.
Okay.
But the fire district actually depicts on the map where they want the hydrants,
That's
correct?
correct. We work with the local fire district to make sure we get the
Yep.
proper location.
That makes
So if
sense.
they wanted to, they would get to.
Yes, we are installing one fire.
Is that the end of the line there? We see that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Our spacing is usually maximum 750 feet, so if this was probably an 800-foot run, we'd probably put 2. If it was at 700, one should be sufficient.
Just gets in there. Yep.
All right, does anybody else wish to be heard on the matter? Not seeing anybody, we'll leave this close the public comment portion and leave it open for written comment until October 25th at 4:30 p.m. Gary, Dennis, thank you very much. I noticed today's Boss's Day on this, Boss's Day on this calendar.
Thank you. No, thank your wife.
Yeah. We'll move right into resolutions. Does anybody wish to be heard on resolutions? Mr. Sims?
Larry Sims from South Jamesport, and I would like to speak on Resolution 722 on behalf of Save Main Road.
Okay.
When we saw the proposed changes to the parking code, we did not get mad and we did not go public. We wrote to you privately. We did not write in opposition of this proposed legislative change. We wrote in support. We did not say this won't work. We said the law as proposed has some major deficiencies, but we know how to make it better. Let us help. That was 2 weeks ago. We got no answers to our questions. We received no comments in response to our observations. And there have been no changes to the proposed law. Now, there's some at Town Hall who spend hours on end talking with developers about how to help them achieve their goals. We don't understand why you won't work with ordinary citizens in the same fashion. Now, we're not offended that our input at hearings is so often ignored. But we're frustrated that you lock us out of the process and then produce a product which fails to anticipate what happens in the real world.
Larry, can I ask you a question? Did you at all watch the Wading River? Hours upon hours upon hours of hearings, comment, testimony. Look at the Wading River Hamlet study at all? Because all the study that backs up what we're doing here comes out of the change to the master plan in Wading River. And Mr. Frank Fish recommended it to be implemented across the board. So that's why we're doing this, and this was pretty vetted probably over, I'm going to say, a year. Not this among other things, but this was one of the recommendations
yes, rather than having,
in Wading River and for the rest of the town.
rather than having a sea of parking, it would be nice to see landscaped and
I understand that, and we want the same thing. And let me make crystal clear, number one, it was our assumption that the numbers may have come from the Wading River study, but that was never stated. And when
Yes,
we
no.
asked the question, we got no answer. You're
No,
answering
Mr.
today.
Sims.
I
Mr.
accept
Sims,
that.
I beg to differ. When this was discussed at work session, yours truly said that this was a product of the Wading River Hamlet study, as did Rick Hanley, I believe,
I did.
and Mr. Wooten.
I can't be at all these sessions.
I
can,
understand that.
I can tell you that I saw the entire videotape of the public hearing on this matter, and it was not mentioned.
I would agree. I don't remember it being mentioned
So
there.
let me move on, because
Please.
I accept that that's where the numbers came from, and I don't have different numbers to suggest. None of us have said it shouldn't be 200, it should be 225 or 175. We just wanted to know that there was some study behind it.
Right.
All right. So the question is one of implementation. We've given examples of how the code change as proposed will allow developers to build more. We don't think that's the intention here. If you want to leave open space, then that's what you should do, and that's what this law must say. This is not academic either. We're aware of specific projects that are working their way through the town planning process where developers with this new code change would be allowed to build more. And nothing in this code change would require the developers to take the space saved by building less parking, by providing less parking, and make more open space. It does not do that. So I'm again asking that you table a vote on this resolution until we can work with you to propose a law that merits a vote, that will do the job intended. We'd be happy to help do that. This law, as written, won't. It will cause problems. It will be a gift to developers, and we would hate to see that happen. We don't want to come back again after the fact, after a project is already up, which has happened so often lately, and say, oh, geez, how did this happen? What can we do to fix it the next time? We're here now talking about a law that is not yet on the books. And we're saying, let us help you make it do what you want it to do, instead of taking away parking and having more built space in its place. Thank you.
Thank you. Does anybody else wish to be heard today? Not seeing anybody? Can we get to the resolutions?
I'm sorry, I wanted to give somebody else a chance, but I would like to speak briefly on Resolution 724. And I want to make clear this is not a Save Main Road issue. I'm speaking as a taxpayer and voter in Riverhead. 724 is about short-term rentals. And I'm not going to rehash what I've heard again on tape from the public hearings. I'll tell you this. There was a lot of talk about how they deal with this problem in the Hamptons. And it got me thinking that the Hamptons is where people rent for 30 days and spend $60,000 or $80,000 or $100,000. Rentals for a month in the Hamptons go for more than most of us pay for an entire year on our mortgages. And I moved to Riverhead because I didn't want to be in that kind of environment. So if we're trying to implement laws that fit the Hamptons, maybe it's not the best idea. There's a guy named Brad Berthold. I've never met him. I know him only by his writings. And he wrote an eloquent piece in Riverhead Local about what Riverhead was like decades ago and how families, working families, would come out here and spend a week and get to enjoy our special environment. That's the kind of place I want to be. Now, I support a new law that governs and regulates short-term rentals with a focus on inspection and safety and accountability. But I can't support this law because it's foolish. As proposed, there are too many holes, and I'll focus on two of them. The first is bed and breakfasts. Bed and breakfasts were proposed as a substitute. If you want to be here for less than a month, you go to a bed and breakfast. I think that can accommodate lots of people, but there's a provision in the code that says you cannot stay in a bed and breakfast for longer than 14 days. So if my family wants to come to Riverhead, and I'm lucky enough to have more than 2 weeks, but I don't have a month, I can't come here. I can't stay in a bed and breakfast for 15 to 29 days, and I can't rent a house for 15 days for anything less than a month. I don't think that's the message you want to be sending. We're encouraging people to take advantage of our agriculture and agritourism and the viniculture, wine tours, the beaches, but we're telling people you can come for up to 2 weeks or more than a month. And if it's more than a month, you're going to get different kinds of people. The second point is this. You're going to be encouraging people to do what I call hidden shares. You're going to have one person or one family sign up to rent a property for 30 days, and then they're going to sell off weeks to their friends or relatives or both. It happens a lot. You're going to make it happen more. And by doing that, there will be less accountability. In the event there's a problem in the immediate neighborhood, you're going to be less able to connect with a responsible person. These problems can be avoided, and I'm offering my help because I would like to sit down with you and some of the people that spoke at the hearing and try to work out a law that does what you want it to do without compromising and without being an embarrassment for Riverhead and turning people away. Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm again asking that you table this resolution until a better law can be placed up for your vote.
Thank you. Does anybody else wish to be heard tonight? Not seeing anybody? Diane, can you call the resolutions?
Resolution 709.
General fund budget adjustment, so moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 710.
Riverhead Police Athletic League, budget adjustment, so moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 711.
Recreation program budget adjustment, so moved.
And second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 712.
Riverhead Sewer budget adjustment, so moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 713.
Scavenger Waste District, budget adjustment, so moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 714.
2013 Armory Building Modification Plan budget adoption, so moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Like to see.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 715.
715 is the Calverton CDA rail spur budget adjustment, so moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 716.
Authorize submission of hazard mitigation grant application for funds to purchase an emergency generator for the town of Riverhead Police Department. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 717.
Authorizes the town clerk to advertise for bids on a used 2004 or newer 35-ton detachable low-bed trailer, so moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 718.
Accepts the highway superintendent's personnel report and request for town board resolution to effectuate personnel request. So moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
This is a resignation, yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Sorry, yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 719.
Appoints the call and recreation aide to Recreation Department. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 720.
Appoints a call-in assistant recreation leader to the recreation department, so moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Sorry,
Are you in a
yes.
hurry, Sean? Okay, that was a yes, right?
Yes.
Okay, resolution adopted. Resolution 721.
It's the W, I
It's
just
the
go for it,
W.
because the W is supposed to be sitting next to me.
721 appoints a call-in recreational leader to the rec department. So moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 722.
Adopts local law to amend Chapter 108 of the Riverhead Town Code entitled Zoning. That's Parking Schedule 108, Attachment 1-2. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
I would just like to say in response to Mr. Sims, thank you very much for coming down here tonight. I know that it's taking time out of your schedule to come and speak to the board, and I respect what you had to say. However, the parking schedule that is being proposed is one that was recommended in the Wading River Hamlet study, and there is also a resolution in this packet tonight requiring buffers of 50 feet, where now they're only required to have 10 feet. So we are taking away building area by implementing those buffers. And I think that this parking schedule that is on here, I actually thought it should have gone a little bit further for manufacturing, because I don't think that you need that many spaces for manufacturing when everything's laid out in a building. But I think this is good to work with, and I respect your coming out here, but I respectfully disagree, and I have to vote yes for this resolution.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 723.
Accepts maintenance security and releases performance security of Edward Carrera, subdivision entitled Edward Carrera at Oldfield Court. So moved.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 724.
Adopts a local law to amend Chapter 86 entitled Rental Dwelling Units of the Code of the Town of Riverhead. Is this something that the board wants to table, or is it something that we want to move forward with?
I'm okay with it. We had a public hearing. I've made my position known. I'm fine with it just because,
I understand what caused this, and I sort of agree with it. And I realize we're not the Hamptons, but still, we have to take care of our neighborhoods, we have to take care of our neighbors. So, well, I'm sorry, I mean, we are the gateway to the North Fork, and agritourism is big, and the North Fork is much more inviting than the South Fork, as far as I'm concerned. So I certainly don't want our neighborhoods to become transient housing. I don't want people to buy spec houses just to rent them out for short term.
Be more preventative.
So this was a good reason to, I think that was the whole reason this was created. But I sort of agree with Mr. Sims in the fact that if it was done so quickly that we're shutting out people who might want to come and spend 20 days here or a 3-week vacation, and it's not a place suitable for them to stay, there is a quagmire. I didn't realize that bed and breakfast was only short-term rental, 14 days.
The only other option we have is some of the cottages, but they're limited.
But I think that
I think the cause for this is probably a good one.
yes.
We do want to take care of our neighborhoods and those that do pay taxes here and moved into a neighborhood where they thought it would be quiet, and only to have that. As a government, we really have to look at addressing quality of life. I have no doubt that we should do that.
absolutely.
I don't know whether this goes far
Quality,
enough,
yeah.
or whether it's done in such a way that it invites people to go a different avenue.
Well, it gives us some enforcement for the fall, is what it does, because where we have had several complaints of rental houses in communities, several complaints throughout the summer months of people coming and staying for a weekend and then leaving. We had no enforcement. Now we would at least have legislation to be able to enforce it, because they would be required to have a rental permit. And if they rent for the weekend, they are not taking out rental permits. So this is something that was looked at by the Code Committee for Southold, Southampton, and for other townships. And this was the best case scenario that we found, right, Bob? In order to be able to enforce people that abuse it and that leave their garbage out on a Sunday and don't, the garbage doesn't get picked up till Thursday and it's laying all over the street. At least maybe these people that are renting their houses out to people will go and put the garbage out on Thursday mornings rather than telling the guests to put it out on Sunday afternoon. So it creates an enforcement
We're not taking comments. We're in the middle of
remedy
voting.
for us.
We could
So,
move the vote
yeah.
forward.
Did we have a second? Wooten?
I'll
Did you
move
say-
it.
Jody
You move it,
moved
Susan?
I read it,
Jim,
I'll move it.
Did you second it?
I don't think I did, but I will.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
I just like a quick comment. It's really a quality of life
Yes.
of issue. I mean, you're in a neighborhood, you pay your taxes, and all of a sudden that'll drive you nuts. We're
Absolutely.
getting more and more of this. We're getting more complaints, more people have spoken about it, so I have to vote yes.
Wooten.
I agree with why this was enacted, or why it was drafted. I just think we do have to do more. We're gonna have to look at other legislation, other avenues for people to
Yes.
enjoy the North Fork the way we do.
Between a 2-week and a 30-day period.
So
We can
I-
look at that.
But this is a good start. I'll vote yes.
Bob, we'll look at that
Walter.
in code revision Tuesday.
I vote yes, and I'd like to invite Larry Sims to sit on Code Revision Committee, and
Yes.
that way he can get in early on these things, so I vote yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 725.
If you're up to the challenge, we'd have you sit on Code Revision, Mr. Sims.
725 authorizes the supervisor to execute an agreement authorizing the town to accept 10 Google tablet personal computers from the Suffolk County Office for the Aging for use in the senior center. So moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
A Google tablet,
That's great. It's like
Is
an
that like a
iPad
pill or
Touch, I
something?
guess.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it's not a
big
pill.
bill. Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 726.
Authorize supervisor to execute agreement with Riverhead Soccer Club for training and referee services for the Town of Riverhead Police Athletic League Girls and Boys Soccer Program for the 2013 calendar year. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 727.
Authorizes the supervisor to execute a property access agreement with the New York State Department of Transportation regarding replacement of an existing stormwater drainage pipe at Weeping Willow Town Park. Suffolk County Tax Map Number 600-124-4-5. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 728.
Approves the Chapter 90 application of a Bait of New York, Long Island Chapter, St. Mary's Food and Toy Run for November 3rd, 2013. So moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 729.
Ratifies attendance of 2 police department employees to the National Academy of Emergency Dispatch Training. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 730.
Ratifies a leave of absence for a police officer. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 731.
Approves the Chapter 90 application of Rick Warner Heating and Air Conditioning Incorporated for a motorcycle swap meet at Polish Hall Saturday, October 26th, 2013. So moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 732.
Determines that bid for replacement of tension membranes for salt storage buildings is ineligible for the award. So moved.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Like this font. Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 733.
Awards bid for replacement of tension membranes for salt storage buildings. So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 734.
Authorization to publish advertisement of a request for proposals for landfill renewable energy project. So moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
I'd just like to point out this is for a solar cover on our landfill. We went out to bid before. LIPA had an offering about a year ago, and we got in late, their offering, and they kind of took it as a first come, first serve. So they never reached our bid. This offers for 100 megawatts, and we have about 2.6. And they're gonna look at all the projects over like 90 days, and they're gonna select the best, and they're looking at municipalities as a priority. So I think this is definitely gonna be a good thing for Riverhead, and I think we've got a very good chance in this job getting in. I vote yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes, thank you.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 735.
Authorize submission of hazard mitigation grant application for funds to mitigate inflow and infiltration for the Riverhead Sewer District. So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 736.
Awards bid for propane fuel for 2013. So moved.
Second.
Yes.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 737.
This adopts a local law to amend Chapter 108 of the Town Code of the Town of Riverhead entitled Zoning, Non-Disturbed Transitional
Don't move
Yards,
it yet.
and
Do you want to take the industrial layout? I thought we were going to do several.
what you want to see.
Industrial C, and
Oh,
it is
see.
out.
Okay,
Yeah.
good, sorry. Go ahead, Jim, sorry.
Non-disturbed transitional yards and screening. So moved.
And seconded?
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Although I would have liked to have seen percentages on smaller lots as to what the buffers could be, I think that this is a good start, and I think that it could be modified to address those smaller lots. So I'll vote yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Well, the smaller lots, you want to encourage smaller buildings, so I think it's probably a moot point at that point. But, yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 738.
Pays bills? So moved.
And seconded.
Moved and seconded, vote please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
No, I don't want to pay these bills.
I know, it'd be
Yes.
better if we didn't have to, wouldn't it?
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted.
We have two resolutions to take off the floor.
Yes, I feel.
The second one was to adopt the budget for the redoing of the parking district leased property behind TRP.
Oh, I got a different one, actually. Oh, you got it.
Ms. Jones. So if everybody's okay with taking that one off the floor as well, we'll take them both off the floor. Is that okay?
Yep.
All right, can I get a motion to take Resolution 739, 852 Roanoke Avenue, Chapter 96 budget adjustment, and Resolution 740 Parking District repair budget adoption off the floor?
I'll so move.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded as to taking both resolutions off the floor. Vote, please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution 739 and 740 are taken off the floor. And we'll move 739.
739 is an 852 Roanoke Avenue, Chapter 96 budget adjustment. So move.
And second it.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted. Resolution 740.
Ooh, me again. Parking district repair budget adoption. So move.
And second it.
Moved and seconded. Vote, please.
Giglio.
Yes.
Gabrielson.
Yes.
Wooten.
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Resolution adopted.
We open the comment, public portion of the meeting up to comment for anything that you have on your mind. We ask you to limit your comment to 5 minutes. Not seeing anybody. Can I get a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So move.
And
And seconded?
moved and seconded. All in favor? Aye. Thank you very much for coming. Nice.
Did I tell you? He's trying to tweet this thing.
Not Tara. You gotta get Tara. She's slipping.
By the way, Mr. Councilman, not all of us make $20,000 a month renting our house.